Hi, fourth grade. Today we are going to start by testing our stamps. You'll need your stamp, some black paint, and one of the testing papers. The first thing you're going to do is take your brush and brush that paint onto your stamp. You want to make sure that you are covering every corner, every tiny little spot on your stamp. Our first task is to figure out how much pressure we need to apply on our stamp and how much paint we need to apply. So just spend some time figuring out how hard to press on your stamp. If you do not press hard enough, like I did in this one, the image doesn't show up all the way. So I'm going to try another time, and I'm going to add maybe just a little bit more paint onto my stamp, because I think maybe I did not have quite enough paint on there. So I'm going to give it another try. I'm going to press a little harder now this time, and that turned out like a pretty good stamp. Now I'm just going to test it a few more times, kind of figure out, again, what's going to be the best pressure-wise, what's going to be the best amount of paint. I'm going to maybe add a little bit extra paint this time and kind of see what happens. I'm going to try and stamp it twice, see what kind of ghost print I can make. Then this time I'm going to just test out my pressure. So I'm going to press a little bit harder on this next round here, and we'll see what happens to my stamp. So I'm pressing down really, really hard. You can see my hand straining to press down, and you'll see all that paint squished out from the sponge. So too much pressure is going to make a mess. Not enough pressure is going to make a really gray or faint stamp. So I'm going to go ahead and just test it a few more times and try and find that right balance of pressing hard but not too hard, getting enough paint on there. We're going to spend about 10 minutes testing our stamps. When you are done testing your stamp, make sure your test paper goes on the drying rack.